So, hold on. Let me switch this over. From the starting soon to the gaming. Now, it may look a little weird at first because
we're in the void.
We're in the void.
We're cozy in the void.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sapphire Dixon, and I'm here with my sister Serenity of Waffles. Or Serenity of Amber. You have multiple handles that you go by.
It's Serenity of something or other.
Yeah.
Which would also be a great handle. I need to save that one for later. I'm Serenity of something.
Isn't this a depressing game to play with your sibling? Possibly.
Yes. However.
But say, I haven't loaded up the game because the game starts up as soon as you load it.
Mm-hmm.
Laughs also in multiple handles. Yes, you have
See,
many.
exactly.
Ah!
Is there a way to make that silent? Can you do that? Instead of jump scaring us in every stream we have? Because the amount of times I've had to turn that off for you. It's mildly annoying.
Yeah. So that's why when I did Monster Hunter the other day, I didn't have the notification for 2 o'clock because I was worried I was going to go overtime and suddenly be like, All right. Anyways, so today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch, and I'm going to start it up shortly here. I am going to give a slight content warning, though.
Death. There's a lot of death.
There's a lot of death. So this is a, Hello! Yeah. So this is a game about death, and it deals with some very serious topics.
Mm-hmm.
If you are under the age of 13, which you're not supposed to be watching this over on YouTube's end if you are, I highly recommend you skip out on this.
Yeah. Come back in a few years.
Also,
if you remember.
If you have mental illness and you feel like hearing about death could possibly set you off in a bad direction,
don't do it.
Don't
Be
watch
safe.
this. Like,
be safe.
Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
There's also specifically a lot of child death.
Yeah.
So
if
you're sensitive to that, also.
Okay. So we're gonna boot up the game now. We'll be switching every 30 minutes or so. Who is playing.
And you'll be able to tell who it is because they'll be the one who's like closer to the middle.
Yeah. So let me just pull that up and then so that way I can switch it.
For demonstration.
Demonstrative purposes.
Oh my gosh, Steam told me that you're playing Edith Finch.
Yeah.
Wow, I'd have never guessed.
Yeah, it does that. Game by Giant Sparrow.
Giant Sparrow makes great games.
The two that they've made so far.
The two that they've done so far, and then the one that they're working on, I'm really excited for.
Why is it... There's supposed to be music there. Why is...
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah, I can hear. There we go. Bum-ba-dum-bum.
Let's go cheetah closer.
Yeah, there was in fact music, and it was there.
It wasn't there for me. I don't know why.
Sometimes
I have to move.
Yeah, you have to move. Remember?
Oh gosh. Okay, there's like feathers, an old Chinese container, and a cigarette butt on the ground.
Yeah, how much can you look around? Nope.
How do...
Yeah, what button? I think it might be a button, maybe? Or like a D-pad?
Oh! Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of that.
To you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning with the house.
As terrifying as this is, I want a house like that. I want a house that just screams.
Did we
Someone
jump
signed up
the
for it being
fence?
But it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Yeah, we jumped the fence.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
I love his shirt. And that. He's got an ink splatter shirt.
Oh yeah, that's very, very nice. Can I run? No, but I can zoom.
Look. Look.
It's so
I lived
pretty.
here until I was 11.
Foxgloves.
But I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That's a little weird, Edith.
That's a little funky. The foxgloves are so pretty. I
with
love
this.
their mailbox. Because it matches the house.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oops.
Oh, we forgot to start.
Oh,
Stop.
oops. This is fine.
This is fine. A little scuff
I
won't
hadn't
hurt.
been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Bonk. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted.
Well, good thing we're not trespassing.
Nope. This is our
In a row,
house.
my mother
Our
left me a key,
house.
but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
In the middle of our woods.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, which path are you taking?
I'm gonna take this one.
Oh, why does everyone take that one?
Is this the way I'm supposed to go?
You can take either path, but everyone chooses the forest path. Nobody chooses the road ever. I have seen so many playthroughs of this game. I think you get an achievement for going back and doing both, so we can do both.
Yeah.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Where? Hoof, where? I want to see the horse prints.
Horse?
Can tell who's the horse girl.
It might also be like deer wandering through. I forgot about that.
You're so pretty.
Hi door.
Yes! A door!
Little things I pick up. Why is the thing not bouncing?
It bounces when we talk.
I know it bounces when we talk. We're talking.
truth
Why is it
is-
not bouncing?
Even
It's just
after I
veto too,
inherited the house, I
because
never
I'm not
thought I'd
clicked
come
on
back
it.
to it.
Mm.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oh gosh.
Let's go back and do the other path.
Yeah, I love that music sting. It's so good. Every time it comes in.
Yeah. Just,
The
Oh.
leitmotif of the entire game.
yeah.
I would love.
Would you believe that this is only Giant Sparrow's second game?
Yeah! Their first game was, there's a bunch of references to their first game in this one, and I think they're gonna do the same thing with their third game eventually
I'm
when
not
that
quite there yet.
happens. Forest is very pretty. As people who live in the middle of nowhere,
Well,
forests are very pretty.
we don't really have a forest.
We don't really have a forest, but they're pretty. But yeah, their first game, Unfinished Swan, was also really good and creative. It's
We're
hard-
not playing that because
it-
one, we don't have it, and two, because I get horrendously motion sick.
Yeah, I would have to play the entire first segment. After the first segment, it's better, but the first segment has been known to cause a lot of motion sickness. But it's such a cool game with such a cool concept, and the storytelling in it's really great.
Flower.
Foxgloves. They're poisonous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah! They're like really poisonous. They're super pretty, but don't eat them.
There's two.
It's a circle.
Oh, I didn't know it was a circle.
I think you can go backwards just like a little bit in this area. Maybe.
I tried it. We couldn't go very far.
I couldn't remember if you did or not.
So old. This is cool
The woods
though.
around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Yeah, see, achievement unlocked all
As if
roads.
they're about to say something, but never do.
Is there anything in the stump?
Nope,
Nope,
just stump.
just stump.
If I lived there, I would go out and sit on that stump constantly.
Yeah, you would. I probably would also.
And then we'd go out there and do like art
Yes.
and just vibe and like play music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Truck. Oh, you can actually read the license plate.
Washington, JRM 1187. It's one of them cool old trucks.
Mm-hmm. Big cheek.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Yeah. Let me see.
So many missing posters.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. She's got like a little ring on her necklace.
Mm-hmm. Like a feathery bit, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder where she got the ring. I have some ideas, but I'm not going to say them because they're spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing this huge, giant house
As a
covered
child,
in...
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
like, covered in greenery and all dirty and abandoned.
Yeah.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Got like a ramp. You probably don't remember this, but at one of the great-grandparents' house, they had a ramp like this, because one of them was wheelchair-bound.
Yeah, I did not know that. I know nothing. I
You
know
were
pretty much
very
nothing
young.
about
I was also
great-grandparents.
very young. Leaves on the porch.
The deck is very nice. It's a nice
I'm
deck.
surprised that it's held up this well.
I mean, it is meant to be outside.
Gary's potting mix.
It's a lot of fertilizer.
Can I sit?
You
No, cannot sit.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Peek.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Yeah. You can really tell that it was just kind of left there.
Mm-hmm. It's always very strange to assign, like, it's very strange but very human to assign personality to, like, places and things.
Mm-hmm.
But especially a house that's
what's on
been
the other
this
side?
lived in.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh! That's the basement!
Yeah, the window texture's a little funky.
Yeah.
So I think what they did was they took a picture of the objects on the other side and
then
just
did
put
the
it there in
flat
the window.
image. But yeah, that's super neat. I wish there was, like, a crouch button. Maybe. To see them better.
Nope.
Look at the little fence! That fence is going to do absolutely nothing.
Sometimes fences are just there to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
I'm surprised that those aren't run through the ground.
What?
The electric and such.
They probably keep those up. Like, I mean, because electricity is so dangerous when it's, like, snapped. Though, I wouldn't expect any wires of electricity to be, like, running actual power to this house after...
Yeah, currently, no.
It's been abandoned for so long. At least that's what it seems.
Wind chime.
Is that the leitmotif?
I think it might be. You can look through the fence before you do that.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a little hole you can look through.
Usually people associate memories, smells, and tastes to certain places and objects, so in some cases inanimate objects can seem human. Yeah,
I do not want to imagine the smell of this house.
Like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I've never really assigned anything like that to, like, any of the houses we've lived in, except for maybe my grandmother's house. Just because they've been so... None of them have ever felt permanent.
Grandma's house specifically has a slight, like, hint of cinnamon to it every time we enter.
Oh, yeah. And the color scheme is so specific.
Mm-hmm. Let's try going through the doggy door.
Prowling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've done that multiple times.
You can actually fit, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, I can probably still fit.
They left the freezer door open. I wonder if they did that to make sure that, things wouldn't, like, go moldy.
Mm-hmm. They got a kiddie pool and some bikes. Honestly, if you live out in the middle of the woods and you don't have bikes, what are you doing?
Yeah. There's a soldering iron.
Oh, yeah.
Vice grip. Someone was building something. Hot glue gun with no cord. That's weird.
I think I know where that goes. Grain glow?
Yeah.
Wood stainer.
Wood shiner.
Wood shiner.
And someone smoked. Is there's a Zippo lighter. And
Doesn't surprise me,
no.
knowing what we know.
Well, and there's a good amount of people who smoke in the world, so it's not necessarily surprising that someone in this house does. Or did. Pots and pans. I wonder if there was... Oh, what's this?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Yeah.
Lots of...
I never knew about the tennis ball thing that people do with cars until I play this game.
I didn't realize what the purpose was for it. I knew that it was a thing that happened.
Time in years.
January 2020. Must have been when they left. I love the
felt like
attention
I
to
was
detail.
home.
There's so much. This game thrives on it.
Yeah. There's a specific feeling I get when we go and walk into Grandma's house, or at least there used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the same feeling that Edith is feeling right now. Of, like, as strange as it was, I felt like I was home. Because we did live in Grandma's house for a while.
Mm-hmm. I remember not thinking of this house as home for so long, because that just felt so much more like home to me, even years after, even when I had friends here, even when I had more memories here and I'd been living here longer, that was still home to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's this? Orange tabby.
I think it's an alcohol.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, just looking at all of these cans of tuna and plates left out,
are they? Of one.
I don't want to think of how this house smells.
Well, if the cans were open, it'd probably smell pretty bad.
Even if they're closed, though, like, it's been
Like how
so
after Louis
long.
started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Okay, yeah, so this is salmon. She wanted to make an apple pie, it seems. Or someone did. Oh, I love that warp on the glass. Fancy.
I wonder who's gonna stop and...
It's so shit.
Oh my gosh! I want it! I want it! That's so cool!
It's so cool. I like the framing.
Yeah, this entire kitchen is very nice. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the way the oven looks.
Yeah. Cosmic cuisine.
Tasting Thailand. Smoke in the forest.
Interesting. So are those ones all the same? Oh, I'm like, why can't I go closer to that? Oh, the box is in the way.
The cabinets seem so low.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Yeah, like all of those Chinese packages just make me...
Yeah, they probably don't smell great. I want this range.
It's so big.
It's so big. So, this middle iron plate here, that's for, like, making pancakes. And then...
And crepes, perhaps.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
It reminds me of Art Deco.
Yeah. There's the vent. How does that vent open? Goodness. Because it's closed currently. I wonder if they closed it.
Probably.
I love how, like, many pots, pans, and cups there are in here. Because
it has the feel of, like, what our dad did, where he's like, man, we never have silverware. And so he bought
like a
way too much silverware.
Yeah.
And now we just never run out of silverware, and there's an entire drawer dedicated to extra silverware that we don't need.
Yeah. There's books everywhere in this place.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah.
I love the descriptor of, like, a blank with too many blank.
Yeah. Like, a smile with too many teeth, it definitely gives off an eerie vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you look at these bookshelves,
And
even the
there's
built-ins,
so
they're
many.
stacked.
And there are books just everywhere. And you're like, how did you ever get this many books?
This is the door we went,
Oh my gosh,
tried
it's
to
a
get.
finch.
Maybe? I don't know.
They're the finches.
Oh.
It's gonna be a
My
finch.
mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
And that's fair. Like, this lamp is very pretty.
I want so many things that are in this house.
Right? And one coat, one pair of boots.
Another lamp.
Did it fall in there, or was it packed in there? I think it might have been packed. There's a box cutter on the floor.
That's not dangerous at all.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh. Can I should be able to get over here, right?
Yes, you can.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Just the idea that they have all of these books out here, and then there's also an entire library.
Yeah.
And I also have to wonder, like, how many of those are, like, family records. Just based on how this family has existed.
It's probably quite a few of them. And I also like the attention to detail. Like, we're going to shut this door off, but we're at least going to make it pretty.
Yeah. Except for that, you can't really make that too pretty.
Well, you can scrape it, but I don't think they wanted to, because otherwise they would have.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little old people's chair to like help them get up the stairs. I've heard that those are like actually kind of dangerous because they'll get stuck. And like people will get stuck on them on the stairs, and so like they can't make it down the stairs, so what are they gonna do?
Oh no.
That's why one should probably have a phone on them when they use them.
Cello violin. That might not be a cello. That looks too small to be a cello.
No, that's a violin. It's just bigger than the other
bigger
one.
violin. I want the baby violin. It was squeakier, probably.
No, I don't think there's a sound difference necessarily.
Then why does...
Oh.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
The legs flail so
along with
much.
the rest of the house.
I imagine they're just hinges underneath the skirt that we can't see.
I don't know, with how much they're moving. Like, not just, like, front and back, but then also side to side.
Well, like, the holes for the hinges could be a little bit bigger. Oh, it stopped.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
That's not suspicious at all.
That's kind of creepy. Is that a katydid?
I know almost nothing about bugs outside of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so there's a millipede and a centipede. 2 butterflies. There's, I think that's a Hercules beetle. Yeah.
I love this fireplace.
Yeah. I love that, like,
Even
the
the fireplace had a
quarters.
story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
That's a little weird.
I want to know how they got the bricks if the house sank.
And houses don't typically sink. I wonder what that's about.
You know. There's noises.
I don't like that.
Oh, there's little speakers.
Makes sense.
Or right next to the fireplace.
Or
Built by where the house sank. Oh boy. I also love they just have a giant tree table.
yeah, I love these kinds of tables. They look so good. I know in our cousin's house we have a chair that's like this. It's a rocking type chair, but it moves forward and back. It's a little funky.
That's a very bad way to describe it. But yes.
It's just a cat bed. Or dog bed. I don't know. That could work for a small dog.
Some animal.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
I love the detail that there's a folding table next to it. Like they had to extend it at some point to fit everybody. Oh, there's a... Oh. Oh, that's wine. Okay.
Yeah, that's...
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yeah. You can see that, like, the candles burned at some point. Oh.
And also, like, the difference in, like, the, and, like, the cutlery and the, what's the word I'm looking for? Table plate thing.
Dish?
Yes, in the dishes.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
A lot of people don't want to get stuck in a nursing home when they get older.
Which is understandable, especially if, like, they get in a one that's not great.
Yeah. But at the same time,
it can put a lot of ease on people.
yeah, there are some adults who are just not equipped to take care of an elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the garage.
They have a window into the garage. Honestly, the garage is probably built on.
Probably it wouldn't surprise me.
Because I think the house might have been built before.
I mean, some of these structures certainly
thing.
look like it was built before the time of cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so that loops back into the kitchen.
Yeah, I think you got everything down here.
Possibly.
Two little birdies sitting on a pot.
Oh, I was taking notice of the picture.
Well, I know that because it's the main focus, but I oh, and one of them fell off.
Oh! I wonder if it was on the, that other...
You have to wonder how much fun they had, just
there's
packing
another...
all of the details in here.
Wait, is there something if I do this again?
I don't think so. Just plays.
It's kind of an eerie song. Oh! That's... I think a birdwing butterfly.
Maybe.
Baby pictures, there's a kite.
I don't like that baby is wet.
Some people take pictures of their babies in a bath. They have a picture of an otter! And a bee and a puppy playing fetch in the water!
You know, before the stream started, I wondered who of us would take longer to get through their segments. And I think I know who it is now.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Oh. They painted a saw. That's
then
a little
Edie
weird.
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Edie. That's a little weird. But yeah, they painted on a saw.
It's very neat. I wonder if that's what the house was originally.
Yeah, before they added stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's just books everywhere.
I'd say before things got crazy, but I feel like...
You know, I wonder if the reason there are so many books, outside of the library is if the library got sealed off and therefore they couldn't
access the books, they had to buy all of the books again.
Yeah, and then, they didn't have anywhere to store them, so they just kind of started stacking.
Well, they also have a ton of bookshelves.
Yeah.
But they didn't fit all of them.
Yeah. Sven and Edie. So we've heard some things about Edie.
We haven't heard anything about Sven, I don't think.
And there's 1915 to 1964, 1917 to 2010. She was almost 100 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 1917, so I don't know if they would have...
The last time I was in Edith
in
Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
A lot of books.
Lots of books.
Like how there's Finch. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, two little birds and two little hats.
And two little finches. I think for at least YouTube, anyways, we're going to
swap.
End it off. Here, hold on, let me find the pause button. There we go.
And it plays the sting.
And it plays the sting.
Bum-ba-dum-bum.
Why won't it let me go over there?
Yeah, the pause menu is also super interesting.
Yeah. So, I'm going to... Alright, so... Over on the YouTube's end, I'm
We're gonna chop it up.
Separating this into episodes. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like this video and will consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please consider giving me a subscription and ringing the bell.
Subscription.
Yeah, ring the bell for future notifications. I will be releasing these slowly, one day at a time. But I will also have the full VOD, like, just put in.
So if you don't want time to think or your thunk about,
you could just watch that.